Hello everybody, Shelly here, and I have a special treat for you guys today. I've got some Scott Barnes stuff. Now, you're gonna say, Shell, Scott Barnes, isn't that like the makeup star, makeup artist for JLo? Yeah, and I originally didn't even know that because, you know, just not in the industry. So, and I've just got a little of the e.l.f. This is their new acne fighting putty primer. I've been trying this just for fun because I like all the other putty primers so much. Anyway, so the JLo makeup artist, he comes out with his own brand, and my first exposure to him was through Tati's channel, Glam Life Guru. She did a video on it a while back. If I'm smart, I'll link it in the description box, but don't count on that. I've been fascinated by the brand. Started kind of poking around and I got sucked into it, but I was smart. I didn't buy everything. I did buy a number of things, so we'll go over what I got. I figured we'd just do a little old-fashioned get ready with me. I'm not gonna do 3 looks. I'll explain why in a second. I have been really enjoying this list. I just pulled it out of the box. I don't know why I keep putting things in boxes. The List Beauty. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Now, if you guys are new here, you know that I love serum foundations. This is MN5, and I'm guessing MN5 is some sort of like medium neutral 5, shade 5. And it's, you know, as far as serum foundations go, I actually really enjoy it. There's been a couple that I've been using lately that I've been really, really enjoying. The Fenty Droppies, once I got the right shade, love that. Really like this one. This one, I don't know if it stays on quite as long as I'd like it to. I haven't done like a true wear test. Most of the time when I'm using this product though, I'm working from home, I'm wearing glasses. In fact, these products, this is the exact makeup look I did for work almost every day this last week. But especially if I've got an earlier call and I still want to, I've been trying really hard to get my workouts in, you guys, and not use as an excuse. So anyway, getting my workouts in and then, you know, throwing on this makeup real fast after a quick shower and getting on my calls. I found that for the longest time when I did my conference calls, if I didn't have my camera on, they weren't as engaged. Sometimes it's almost like they would get away with doing stuff that they wouldn't do if I was standing right in front of them. Like talking to other people, put me on mute or whatever else. And so I find that when we got our cameras on, A, I'm not just a disembodied voice, but B, they're just a little bit more attentive. So I make sure to put some makeup on, and oftentimes hair, before I do my calls. So anyway, I really like this. I think it does layer up a little bit. I was gonna put on a second layer, but I don't think I am. I am gonna go into with the Stila Balm here. This is shade 4.0. It's Tinted Moisturizer Skin Balm. And this is another one that came out as like a Tati reference. This is not like ode to Tati video. It's not it. It just happens to be that she had recommended this and I went out and bought 2 shades, and this is the one that I really like, and I've been putting it right up underneath my lower lashes, and it's, well, and then wherever else I need some concealing, and it's really good. I don't know how this this compares to like that Apple foundation that was out a little while ago, but I find that I like doing a balm underneath my eyes anyway. And so this ends up being kind of like an all-in-one because it's like a tinted balm moisturizer type thing. And it doesn't really feel like it's setting into those lines and cracks and things like that. I don't know. And I just like the extra moisture. I mean, it really does seem to help. So I had the dregs of some eyeliner or eyebrows on from before, but we're just going to go in. This is the Winky Lux one. And I like this one. This is very similar to me to the Benefit one, although I think Benefit might have a little bit better price point. I kind of want to do a bunch of Winky, like a face full of Winky Lux, just to try out more of their stuff. I see it at Target. I think Ulta carries it. You guys, let me know what you think. Do you guys like the Winky Lux brand? Is there any products that you guys can recommend that you like with those guys? Okay, what else do I have to put on here ahead of time? Nothing. I did bring in a different concealer, but I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone right now. And if we need to do any additional concealing after the makeup application, we'll do that. Okay, so Scott Barnes comes in these kind of cool little bags. Yay, more plastic to recycle, to get rid of. I bought a mascara. This is the Plumped Up mascara. Comes in a little tube, like a poster tube or a map. That's the mascara. And then I also picked up a liquid matte lip. They call this a lip fetish. And this looks to be in shade, I can't see. This is in shade Keep It Coral. So matte liquid lip, mascara, and then a Glamazon lip pencil. And this is in shade Christy. I think all of these were named after supermodels. But that's a big component. It did come with a pencil sharpener, which I guess is good. But that's kind of a big packaging for a pencil. I think that was a little overkill. A lot of packaging around stuff and you think it might break, but I don't know what pencil made of that. And then I also picked up this Sculpting and Contour palette. Now, I know this is technically considered a face palette. Does this have a color on it? It says Contour Palette. 24-month shelf life, recyclable. It's got a little bunny on the back, so that's good. It's in California, made in the PRC. For the price point, it's not like it's made in Italy or anything like that. And I don't see that this has a number on it. It just, oh, it's number 1. So this is the Contour Palette number 1. And you have 8 shades of matte. Not like 50 shades of matte, but you have 8 shades of matte. Now, it is a magnetic cardboard enclosure. There is a pretty good sized mirror in here. It's got a little thing on here that says, snatch that face. It's his thing, right? Like the whole snatched face thing. He's very, very made up to me. He has a lot going on, but he still looks masculine, so there is that. Let's play with this. I wanted to show you guys this particular palette I've been using as my all over, and it's matte, so it works particularly well for me. Sorry, I'm grabbing some clean brushes here because I don't want to do any transfer. Particularly well for me. I have been using this on a regular basis, and because when I wear my glasses, I tend to go a little bit more subdued anyway. I tend to go a little bit more matte than I do without. I didn't put anything on. You know what? I'm going to grab an eyelid primer here. Let's just do this MAC Painterly Pot really fast. And I think this is one of those palettes that if you do choose to use it on your eyes, it does require a eyelid primer. Let's go into this, right? Let's grab a blush. And so what I've been doing is just kind of picking which color I think works best. And I haven't really messed it up too bad. They are named Chiseled, Sculpt, Frame, Carve, Shade, Diced, Ice, Sliced, and Snatched. So I'm going to probably just go in with Snatched as kind of a little tiny bit of contour. It's a little dark. I probably could have done the contoury type stuff first and then gone over it with the foundation. The face palette was expensive enough. Shipping was super fast. Okay, so the mascara is 28 bucks. The lip liner was 18. The Keep It Coral Lip Fetish Matte was 26. And the #1 contour palette was 58. So, Shell, why did you do a contour palette, wanting to use it as an all-in-one face palette, as opposed to also getting one of his very gorgeous looking eyeshadow palettes? And the eyeshadow palettes are like $86. They're very expensive. And I don't know if he's going to have any kind of sales or anything coming up. So when I wanted to try the product, and I am still just using Snatch here, when I wanted to try the products, I thought, you know what, I want to try this as an all over the face, because for one, I don't need 8 shades of contour. 2, some of these seem darn right dark, and I was worried that this shade in here would be far too dark, but it actually looks very, very pretty. And I like the colors as eyeshadows. I thought they might work as well as blushes too. In fact, we're going to take this shade right here, which is kind of like this plummy color called the hashtag shade. That's going to be my blush, and it is pretty saturated. Now, there isn't really, there's no highlighter in here. There's no highlighter, there's no shimmer. It's not shimmery blushes. And because it's considering itself a contour palette, you get more of those matte shades, and I actually really like it. I feel like it doesn't really show texture as much. I just feel like this is a good kind of like glow up, bronze up. I'm gonna grab Chiseled, which is kind of like this neutral color. I don't know. This just feels like summer fun. That's what I'm gonna leave for my cheeks right now. Let's put some of these on our eyelids and see what this looks like. Color right here called Frame. And I'm gonna use that as like my, and again, I've got the MAC eyeshadow primer on, eyelid primer. Anyway, I've gotten off topic a couple times, but I've been just throwing this on, and it just feels so effortless and quick, and I just feel polished. I don't have any problems with my cameras at all, like my zoom cameras. Works very nice as an eyeshadow. Okay, I'm gonna go into Carve, which is this lightest shade. It's kind of just like a taupey matte, but I'm gonna put that on my lid. Sometimes you get mattes on mature eyelids and they end up looking kind of dry and crepey and just not healthy looking. Sometimes when you get shimmers, they sit on those creases and can emphasize them. It's like, what's a girl to do, right? What's a lady of a certain age to do? So easy. Okay, we're gonna grab this darker brown right here. It's the same brush. I've been using the same brush the entire time. This one's called Sculpt. And I'm just gonna put a little of this down here. I mean, this is two brushes, this whole thing. A face brush and an eyeshadow brush. This is a Sigma E38. It's just kind of like middle of the road. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's maybe a little big for what I'm doing right now, but when I'm in a rush, I'm not too specific. I just want them to blend enough where you don't really see that start and stop. Because of my hooded eyes, I like to kind of just look straight on, make sure I'm getting enough of it so I get that gradient of the where I want the eyelid to be instead of where it really is. Okay, you guys, so if I'm just doing work, that might be all I do. I'm just kind of blending it all in right now just to make sure it looks pretty good. I drag a little bit of it down below. Let's grab some mascara. Oh, I got his mascara. We're gonna use his mascara. Now, you could do an eyeliner if you want. You could do one of those other, you know, a darker shade or something and create your eyeliner situation if you need to. But I think when I'm doing work stuff or wearing glasses or whatever else, I don't usually do a lot of eyeliner. It can just look very harsh. If I do eyeliner, it might be a softer color, a brown or a plum. Okay, the mascara goes on pretty well. Not necessarily by shape of wand, but by consistency and what it looks like on my lashes once I get it on. I think it's very similar to the Sky High mascara. Again, not in shape of wand, certainly not in price point. By what it looks like, the length I get, the volume I get, I think it looks very, very similar to the Maybelline Sky High. Lip liner, let's try his lip liner. And this color, this is Christy, right? This is a nude. I mean, here's the thing. All this eyeshadow, all this makeup right now is very nude and natural and normal. I wouldn't call it like necessarily the J.Lo glow, but I definitely get where he's coming from with that. Okay, a little bit of this liquid lip. When I first got this lipstick and tried it on, I was like, I don't know that that works, but with the lip liner and with the rest of the makeup, I think it's okay. It feels very fresh and normal. I feel healthy. It feels like healthy makeup. It's not too done up. I used the contour palette for eyeshadow and face products. That's it. $58 for that. Okay. Now, because I can't leave well enough alone, if I were wanting to take it up a notch and go more than just the matted mutes, maybe I'm not wearing my glasses, maybe I want to leave the house, I have been grabbing this melted chrome eyeshadow from Essence. This is like no money at all. These are ridiculously cheap and they are so good. They're so soft and creamy and buttery, and I've been putting a little bit of that just right there. Bam. He's got other products on his website, and I don't want to discourage you guys from A, being financially responsible and not spending your money on stuff, but B, if you're interested in the products, I say these are great actually. I do want to try the eyeshadow palettes, but I just can't justify it right now. I can't do it. So you guys, if you're interested at all in the, let's put some face powder on, in the Scott Barnes Cosmetics or Beauty or whatever it's calling himself, I'm just grabbing some of this Beauty Bakery flour powder because I opened it up recently and it got everywhere. And so I want to use it because it's literally, it's so finely milled. This Beauty Bakery flour powder is some of the more finest milled powder I've ever used. And I haven't used all of them, don't get me wrong. This is a fantastic, minimalist, high-end makeup product. Chiseled, snatched, if you will. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine everyday makeup. I'll throw my reading glasses on so you can kind of see. It's not too much. I get a glare if I look right at you guys to see. Then you're like, oh, Shell, you got your ring light on, and these are ridiculously dirty. But I need glasses to be able to see. Okay, you guys, that's it. My thoughts on Scott Barnes. Yeah, I'm glad I did this to try out the product. I'm glad I did this. The lip products feel comfortable. What do you guys think? Is this an aesthetic, a look that you guys would go for just on a regular everyday? Because this feels to me like everyday, completely work appropriate makeup. On the expensive side, definitely high end. A face palette for $58. Okay. But I think, you know, a lot of the other things are right in there in the same price as what you get with other high-end stuff. This is not an economy brand. Don't think it is. I am pleased that I went kind of minimalist with this to try out some of the products, and I do like it. And it feels very almost like no makeup, but yet you're putting in effort to be polished and do the best you can with what you got, which is kind of what I like. So anyway, you guys, tell me, have you picked up any of the Scott Barnes stuff? Have you been intimidated by the price point of it? I would never think that I would use JLo's makeup artist brand on my face, but here we go. And I like it. All right, guys, hope you guys are doing really well. And yeah, tell me what you think of the Scott Barnes brand. I'm just curious. I'm curious to see if you guys are trying it or not. I'm just not sensing a lot of hype out there. I could just be missing it. Maybe just not in the stuff that I look at. It's not showing up. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. I hope you guys are doing very, very, very well. And until my next video, bye for now.